So the combination of a dedicated bus line and this road here should help. If I had thought about it, I would have taken the buses that way, but that's okay. That's fine. Ay, ay, ay. If this was calling out, this is definitely calling out for a light now. Yeah. They don't know what they're doing. Okay. We are evolving into a city that now needs to have lights in some instances. Funny that my need for lights is out here and I'm doing well out there, but I do have more transportation options. Speaking of, still at 85%, so I wonder if this dark red will ease up now that we've got, but we may have to do some work here. But 85% is not bad. We've got good overall traffic flow so far. Look at that. Much better. Much better. It's too soon, but I bet you that line, my river industry line, is, where is it? Whoops, I keep clicking on tram. It's climbing. I bet you at some point it's going to be even higher, but that is 78 people that we got out of a car. It's almost an indication that we need subway, isn't it? I mean, we've built back, we have built back the money that we spent. Let's stay out here. Or would that suffice? Probably would suffice, but it would be nice. Let's do one more. Not there. Why would you do that? It's down. No sharp turns. Wait, one. I thought I had more than that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, okay. Now, most people should be able to walk it. Wait, so I don't forget, let me go ahead and make my create a line. Stop 1, 2, 3. And complete. Now let's take a look at, I do not know why I keep clicking on tram instead of bus. Well, there is a stop right there. Okay, so it's coming from downtown. However, a person could catch the bus there, and be right across the street from. I would like to take credit and say that I designed it that way, but I didn't. So I'm going to want to see. Look, people are already jumping. Ah, cool. People jumped off the bus. I wish another bus would come by. People jumped off the. Oh, here comes a bus. Let's see this. Some people got off the bus, got right onto the subway. All right, so in another. We need to check that at a later date. So we need to check to see how many people are taking the bus as well as the subway, and if that helps. And then let's name this one so we can keep up with it. And I'm going to name this one, where is it? What did I call the bus line? I called the bus line River Industry 1. So let's stay with that theme. So River Industry 1. And let's see over time. So we have a dedicated bus line, a dedicated subway here. And let's see what happens over time. So I'm watching the traffic. It doesn't look like the traffic is horrible. I do want to upgrade this road. I want more lanes. And I am still waiting to see what impact the buses and the subway have on the traffic from this area. If we have to, we can take some other measures. The other thing that I did offline, I went ahead and I needed to name these different transport lines here. So you've got the downtown loop. Zoom in a bit. So I've got my downtown loop, eastbound and westbound, servicing the downtown, my dense area. I also have a downtown university loop, and this loop swings out here to where the university is. And I have an eastbound and a westbound of that. I have an east side loop, eastbound and westbound. Industrial Park 2 Express. So if a route starts and finishes at the hub, I'm calling that an express. So we've got an East Industrial Park 2, and when I call it 2, this is the second industrial park that I created. We've got the Industry 1 Express. So once again, it starts at the station, and Industry 1 means it goes to the first industrial area that we created. I have a Midtown Express. A Midtown Loop, east and west. Riverside, so I'm calling this area Riverside. So Riverside Express, so it starts at the station, and people can, from across the river, they can catch a bus into the terminal. Riverside Industrial Loop, so a loop is not starting at the terminal, so this is for individuals going from Riverside to the industrial area. Riverside Express Loop. So this leaves the station, goes through Riverside, and then to my industrial area number 1, University Express So leaves the station and goes to the university, and then a university loop, which is very similar to my Midtown. And then the Uptown Express. I like naming the roads. It makes it a little bit easier to understand instead of trying to figure out, okay, what is line 2 or what's line 4 or what's line. Um, but as of right now, it looks like, interesting enough, the Midtown, not the Mid, the Mid East Express. So that's a combination of leaving the station, going to the middle part of the town and the eastern part of the town. So that's a lot of people in the middle and the eastern part of the city that want to catch a bus into the hub, which means that's a lot of individuals who are catching a bus somewhere else. And we can dig into that and see. It looks like, in addition to that, my next two most, so the Riverside Industrial Express and the Uptown, surprisingly, the Uptown Express. So that's interesting to me. And then when it comes to my subways, I have the Riverside Industrial. So that's a subway that starts in Riverside and goes into the first industrial area. And considering there's so much traffic, I'm a little surprised that there are only 33. It is my lowest, but it is my newest. I have the Riverside Station, which is a subway that goes from Riverside into the hub. University Downtown Loop. So this is a loop that gets both universities, and I have an eastbound and a westbound. East and west. Industrial Park. And if you remember, the Industrial Park subway line I almost didn't do initially because I was trying to save some money, and it by far is my #1 route. And then we've got the Industrial Park 2, which goes from downtown to my second industrial park. So overall, very good. I am still a little bit puzzled that the Riverside subway which is here, is only generating 33 riders to here. but it is my newest. And then let's take a look at Riverside Industrial. Maybe everybody is on the bus. Riverside Industrial Express 253. So it's stopping in Riverside. So that's a lot of people that are picking it up because there are no stops in town, in the main part of the town. Yeah, all of the stops are in Riverside. $253 riders, Riverside Industrial Loop. So this is a route, once again, that's not starting at the terminal, but it's going from Riverside. So maybe that's why the subway hasn't quite. But what that means is we've got a lot of people living here, going to work here, and using public transportation. So, and I find that this kind of stuff really fascinating. I'm kind of in a bit of a holding pattern. I would love to do more industry, and maybe I'll go ahead. I was holding off on more industrial because I just wanted to make sure that this road can handle and I think I see something that I want to do while I'm looking. Let's do that. Let's alleviate just a bit of potential. Just in case. Do I want to make this a one-way? So as this develops, let's give them some water. There's not enough demand for it yet, but as I build up this industrial area, they should start to take this road. And in when you look at it, that's not horrible. Let's just keep experimenting. something I want to see. And I don't want to interrupt the flow of traffic. Let's do a stop. And I may get rid of that if I'm noticing an issue. There's no demand to take that road as of right now. Well, here comes... So hopefully I'm not creating a problem. But if I can alleviate... And then the question is why link it there? Why not just take it to the roundabout? Which is a fair question. Two intersections in relatively close proximity. Oh, where did that light come from? And maybe what we're looking at is the need for more roundabouts in this particular area. Maybe that's what we're looking at. And then the other thing is it's not like this is... Well, it is a bit clogged. I was going to say it doesn't look like it's clogged, but in reality, that's a bit of a backup. But also, real cities have areas where the traffic backs up.